The story starts in a special place where they're about to announce the qualifying round for a competition. Desire, Romantica, and Pram stand in front of their competitors. Romantica easily beats everyone with her winning move, and their rank goes up to 150. They then work together as a team, winning each time and climbing the ranks. Finally, Pram uses his sword to achieve a fantastic victory, reaching rank 30. The scene then shifts to director Bridget, who watches Desire's incredible success. However, she realizes that some people are targeting him. Newspapers and magazines extensively cover him, causing frustration for the professor because the beta class currently holds the 30th position. This could be the first time a class moves up to the alpha rank. The official is upset, not wanting them to tarnish the sacred alpha class. He expresses his frustration, apologizes for his behavior, and emphasizes that they have been chosen to join the prestigious Blue Moon. Despite being in their first year, they now bear the responsibility to protect and uphold its honor and traditions. In the final round of the competition, they are told to use any necessary means to eliminate opponents and prevent individual rankings. The official then talks to Azist, specifically asking if she has faced Desire, and if she can defeat him. Azist informs him that she has the advantage and can definitely defeat him. He reminds her that she is the leader of the first students in the Blue Moon Party and must respect it, ensuring victory for them. Azist speaks to herself, remembering the day she fought Desire, determined to overcome the taste of defeat she experienced before. She believes she can definitely defeat him with all the strength she has. The scene then shifts to Azist walking in a large corridor where two students, Donata and Percival, stop her. Azist asks them what they want and if they have any objections to her being the leader. Donata tells her that he knows how strong she is. He expresses his desire to fight Romantica alone because he wants to take her down, while Percival wants to face Pram. Azist advises them that their best chance of winning is by fighting together, but Donata mentions they have personal reason. Azist allows them to do as they want but gives them an order. Desire is off limits for them, and she will face him one-on-one, wanting to defeat him with her full strength without interference. The scene shifts to Desire speaking to himself, acknowledging the sufficient skills of both Pram and Romantica, realizing they are ready for the next step. Next, Pram and Romantica are seen performing exercises. Spotting Desire, they run to him and ask about the special training for the final match. However, Desire reveals that there is no physical training involved. The scene then moves to the library, where Desire gives them history books. Romantica is shocked and shouts loudly, but Desire asks her to be silent. He explains that the final round of the classification competition will take place in the Shadow World, created by the Academy. In this world, historical events are created by various standards, and if they can prevent these events, they will secure the world of shadows, making it entirely safe. Pram understands the importance of historical knowledge in securing the Shadow World. Romantica expresses confusion as they don't know which events from which era will reoccur, and they are just reading books randomly. Desire teases them, suggesting they should read all the books in the library. Pram and Romantica are shocked, and Desire speaks to himself, knowing the Shadow World from his past but keeping this fact undisclosed to them. As everyone continues reading the books, Pram keeps looking in Desire's direction, wanting to thank him for everything. However, he feels too embarrassed to do so. Romantica notices Pram's attempt to avoid her, but still speaks to him in a very quiet voice so that no one else can hear. Romantica asks if Pram wants to confess his gratitude for everything Desire has done, like going shopping and keeping secrets, but Pram remains tight-lipped and doesn't say a word. Despite Romantica's persistence, their conversation becomes awkward, and they continue exchanging words in hushed tones. At one point, Pram accidentally drops his book on Desire's head. Desire gets mad and asks them to continue reading their books, and they all return to their reading. Suddenly, Azist walks over to their table. They have been constantly watching each other. Azist comments that it has been a long time, and Desire notes that it's been 2 months since their last battle. Desire mentions hearing that Azist has joined the Blue Moon, which he considers a wise choice as she deserves to be in the strongest faction at the Academy. Azist then informs him that she has come here today to declare war on him. Desire understood her intention even before she spoke. He tells her that it's in her nature to show respect to someone she knows is her opponent, and points out that she underestimated him on the day he defeated her. Azist apologizes for her previous actions, but assures him that she won't let him win this time. She's determined to defeat him with all her might. Desire looks at her with a mocking expression, understanding this is the spirit required to defeat her. Immediately, he knows that she must use this determination to become stronger. Desire recalls the time when he exerted himself to fight Azist, wanting to ignite her fighting spirit so they could change their future. He wishes her to continue evolving. Azist leaves the room, and we see in Desire's expression that he really wants to fight alongside her. The day of the ranking tournament finally arrives, and all the top 30 students gather for the event. Journalists are busy taking pictures of everything happening in front of them. In a dark alley, Desir, Pram, and Romantica stand together. Desir explains that this is the final round, a significant event in the academy, and many people from the town are coming to witness the great battle. Pram feels like it's a festival, and Romantica notices that Desir is wearing a necktie correctly today. He tells her that he tied it this way for today but prefers it loose. Romantica asks if he's not hesitating in this matter, understanding that he's the kind of guy who loves showing off. Pram suggests finding a necktie for Desir after the competition so he won't be choked. After some thought, Desir agrees and tells them to be ready because it's competition time. Desir and his friends head to the battleground, and the entire crowd welcomes them. The three of them are the focus of high expectations, but it's interesting to note that while most groups have many participants, Desir's group only has 3 members. Aziz's team is also seen along with Desir's team, and someone from another group comments that Desir doesn't seem strong. A girl advises them not to underestimate him and reminds them of what Professor Fregman said about Desir. The announcer kicks off the final round of the competition, explaining that participants must prevent a specific event in the Shadow World. Romantica points out that they don't know much about the Shadow World, and Desir tells him that not knowing is part of the mission. The announcer clarifies that in the Shadow World, using attack magic is allowed, but if someone takes lethal damage, they'll be disqualified. Participants securing the Shadow World will earn more points, and the top 9 will be titled Single Ranker. Desir thinks about how to secure an individual rank, emphasizing that in the Shadow World, they must either secure it themselves or defeat everyone there. The magic gates open, and a bright light captures everyone's attention. Desir reassures his friends that they will succeed, putting all their effort into it. They enter the gates, and Desir finds himself in a forest. The announcer mentions that their positions are random, urging them to do their best to secure the Shadow World. Desir's first priority is to find his friends, but suddenly, a girl attacks him with ice powers. Desir easily dodges her attacks, and the girl comments on being lucky to find him quickly. Desir seems unaware of his fame, and the girl taunts him, calling him infamous. She launches a powerful ice explosion, but Desir counters with his fire magic. The girl then uses another type of magic, directing a powerful aqua attack at him, which Desir withstands. She challenges him and asks if he has any last words before she defeats him. Desir tells her there's nothing, but he advises her to aim correctly, placing his hands on his abdomen. He tells her she lacks control over her magic, mocks her, and uses his power to break her spell. He warns her not to underestimate her opponent and always think about her next move, as these are the basics of the battlefield. Desir attacks her with an ice crystal in a fit of anger. She exclaims it's impossible for a commoner like him to defeat her, but Desir counters with full force from all directions, ultimately defeating her. An announcement is made about the elimination of the first participant. This brings an end to our episode. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Annie Explainer.